is now time for the Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and it's our Tuesday edition already. Hopefully you had just simply a fantastic holiday weekend. We're off to a terrific Tuesday. Hopefully you are. And if you're not, folks, just change it in a heartbeat. We absolutely appreciate everybody who's listening to us on the radio. You can always catch the archive of this show on Channel 9 on TigerTV. You can also watch us live. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com. Click on TigerTV. You'll be able to see my charts. You'll be able to see everything that is important to understand what is going on in these markets. I'm absolutely going to teach you something. You know, this is the best part of my day, and I really do appreciate you joining us here, folks. And so, as I say, hopefully everybody had just simply is all rested up, had a great holiday weekend. You know, the U.S. markets, they should be rested up, and they're rested up, and they're charging higher this morning. You got the Dow futures up about 90 points right now. ES mini trading out at 13.24 and a quarter. That's up about 9 points. You got NASDAQ futures up 20. Everything up about 0.7 to 0.8%. The Russell 2000 up 7 points. King dollar, though. King dollar pulling back 23 ticks right now, trading out at 82.29. You got gold up $9 out at 15.78. Silver up 74 cents at 28.46. Light sweet crude up at $91. If we take a quick spin around the world before we look at charts, before I give you maybe the thought for the day, if we take a look around the world, you got the DAX up almost a full percentage point, trading up 61 points right now out at 63.84. FTSE up 0.4%, struggling to get out of the gate there in last place, up about 21 points, 53.78 is the number there. Over in Asia last night, you had the Nikkei up 64 points. That was 0.7%. You got the Shanghai, that was up a little bit over 1%, up 29 points last night. And the Hang Seng, to round things off, up 1.75%, 254 points. Of course, over in Spain, they're struggling this morning. Their index down 2.3%. And what's it all about, folks? Well, it just as when we left on Friday, it is all about the Queen. It's not just about King Dollar. It certainly is about the Queen. And we're going to go take a look at the euro. Our call number is 877-927-6648. So, thought for the day. Thought for the day. How many of you out there have had a combination lock? You know, maybe you had to lock up a bike, and you had one of those master locks. And sometimes those combination locks, I've had combination locks where you've had 3 numbers that you had to punch in. Sometimes it's 4. Sometimes it's 5 numbers. Not a key lock, but a combination lock. If most of you had a combination, I wanted you to picture a combination lock in your mind, even if you've never owned one, because the reality is you actually do own one. You see, folks, it's really all about finding the right combination in life. And sometimes all that combination is for you, for me, for someone is just simply one good idea. So I want you to think of life as a combination lock. And maybe your lock, maybe it's got 6 numbers in order to be able to unlock that combination. Maybe you already have 4. Maybe you have 5 of those numbers. Maybe you're just missing one more number in order to be able to open up your combination. Well, really, maybe instead of a number, maybe it's just one good idea. Do you realize how many ideas get tossed to us each and every day? And some of us sometimes just let those ideas just bounce right off. We'll use reasons like, I don't have enough time. Maybe it's a good idea, but I don't have enough money, or I'm too busy. There's ideas that are coming at you all the time. I've got an idea for you. Go over to the homepage of TFNN.com. Sign up for Basil Chapman's Master Trader course. He's got a course coming up. He'll be teaching an all-day online course. It's next Friday. You can sign up by Thursday of this week. Take advantage of your early bird discount. Great trading system out there, the Chapman Wave. And so that's an idea. There's all kinds of ideas that are going to come at you, and most folks are just simply, if they understood, and I want you to understand, that life is nothing more than a combination, like a combination lock, and usually you're just one idea away from being able to open it up, and all you need, maybe it's a little bit of inspiration. Hopefully I can be some of that inspiration behind you, because we're all walking down a path, folks. And so the next time an idea presents itself, I want you to do one thing. Jump all over that idea, folks, because to let those ideas pass, you can't get that. That lock starts to get rusty. You're going to need some of that WD-40. And who wants WD-40 when all you are is just one number away from being able to unlock that lock, folks? So let's go take a look at these markets, and it is Terrific Tuesday. And following this show, you got Tom and I doing the Money Masters. You got Kate Stalter. We go all the way out to Santa Fe from 11 to 12. And then Larry Pesavento. We go a little bit further north to Tucson, Arizona from 12 to 1, 3 to 4 with Ken Shreve. So we stay on the West Coast once we leave Clearwater. It's probably the wind that's blowing everybody out there because it is a windy day here in downtown Clearwater and all the way back here from 4 to 6 for the Tom O'Brien Show. So let's go take a look. Let's go start off, even though I've got the ES Mini up on my screen. Let's go take a look at the currency market because it really is all about the currency market right now. And when we take a look at, I've got on my screen here the Euro US dollar 30-minute chart here. And the Euro 30-minute chart has a hammer candle. Looks like Steve's hammer candle. And that, folks, occurred here on Monday evening at about 8:30 in the evening. That was on the 28th. And what you can see is the market was moving down. It made maybe a 1 to 1.618. A to B equals CD. What you're going to do is when you're taking a look at your A, B, C, Ds, you're going to take a look at your major intersections, your swing points that are out there. Well, that swing point on a 30-minute chart came in at 3 in the morning on Sunday when the euro got up to a high of 1.262. Looks like 233, 283, right around there. And the B point on this was when it came down just into the 4:30 time frame, got down to a low 1.25665. A couple hours later, at about 6:30 in the morning, makes a retracement up to a high of 1.25965. That sets up your A to B equals CD. The 1.272 was hit. It looks like right on the button or close to the button. There was no reversal signal there. What's it do? It moves down close to the 1.618. Not all the way down there, but it does get down to a low at 8:30 on Monday evening at on the 28th. Yes, so that's Monday evening, right? Because today's 28th. Yep. Okay. Monday evening, and it gets down to a low 1.25088 and makes a hammer. Well, geez, what happened here? That hammer got tested at about 8:30 this morning when you had the euro trade down to 1.25160. You know, you look for about that midway point. I watched that movie Midway this weekend. That's one of my favorite movies out there. It got down to about the midway point of the hammer candle. That's really where you look to be able to buy. That's where you look. You look for a test of somewhere about the halfway point of a hammer to all the way down at the bottom. Now you can see the euro trading up. But, of course, if we go take this euro chart, if you're going to trade intraday, you need to know what's going on the larger time frame. So if we just simply go ahead and take this chart here and we go up to the daily chart on the euro, what we'll see is the euro trading below its swing points out there, the swing point being the one from January 13th. At the low of 1.26229. If we go back even further, let's put this on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we're going to see it's trading below another swing point, a very important swing point. That swing point had the low of 1.25831. And you did get up there, or the euro did get up there and try and test that area. It rejected it this morning. If it doesn't get up above 1.25831 real quickly, then, folks, it's going to be headed all the way back to June 2010, and that price range is in that 118 area. And if we really take a look at, what's going on out here, you've got larger A to B equals CD patterns. The euro is setting up a pattern for much lower price. The price point that we're probably looking at is it's going to be that 118 area. It's not going to happen today, may not happen, for a few days, but that is where the euro wants to go, and as long as it stays below that swing point on the weekly chart from all the way back in August of 2010, it absolutely wants lower price. What does that mean? That means that even though you've got the futures up here, unless we get some major volume in the marketplace, and yes, it keeps trying to, inch its way up, that the markets are going to continue to feel pressure, and all these bounces here, folks, are nothing more than selling opportunities. Let's go to our first call. Let's go to David in Clearwater. David, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Good morning, Steve. How was your weekend, sir?
Weekend was just fantastic. You play a little baseball?
Yes, sir, we did.
Oh,
yes,
good.
Sir, we did.
Oh, that's good.
Had a big old time, big time, and I agree with you. Midway, switching topics for a second. Midway is a great movie.
It is. It's one of those ones. I love that movie. And I've had the privilege of flying over Midway Island several times.
That's good.
Yep. On the way to Hawaii out of Los Angeles, oftentimes they'll fly right over Midway. So I love that.
Nice. I was wondering if I could get you to take a look at crude oil for a minute. It looks like It looks like it's a bull Garley, but I'm kind of hesitant with the way the dollar's been trading lately. I was wondering if I could give you what I believe to be the XA, B, and CD points, because it looks like also on its ABCD down, it did a 1.618 expansion of the A to B leg.
So you're using the March 1st high of 110.55. Is that your A point?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
Sir. Yep. That's the A point. The X point is October 4th at 74.95.
You mean April 10th?
Well, I was also looking at the October 4th of last year.
October. Oh, so hold on. Okay. So you're going. All right. So give me your 8 points. Oh, you know we're going to be going to break here, but do me a favor. Stay with us for this next break. When we come back, we'll go take a look at light sweet crude with David from Clearwater. You can give us a call as well, folks. 877-927-6648. Dow futures up a century right now. 100 points. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on TigerTV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of The Money Game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. 877-927-6648 in the pre-markets with earnings releases and market, things trading up. Not that much going on out there. You got Bank of Nova Scotia up 0.7% there. Ticker symbol BNS are trading out at 49.85. They closed out at 49.49. Their Q2 income falls to 1.18 versus 1.41. Let's see, you got Focus Media, FMCN. They're up 4% in the pre-market. They closed at 21.38. Last trade firing off at 22.29. That's up 4%. And then Sanderson Farms, pretty much flat, SAFM. Let's go back to Dave in Clearwater, and we're taking a look at light sweet crude. And Dave is looking at a possible Gartley buy pattern. Is that correct, Dave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It looks like, from what I'm seeing,
yes,
looking at the daily,
yes,
the X point's October 4th, 74.95.
Got it. Yep.
The
Absolutely.
A point March 1 at 110.55.
Yep.
And the D point in 89.28 on May 23rd, it did a 618 retracement of the X to A move.
Yes.
And it also looks like the C to D of the ABCD was a 1.618 expansion of the A to B. And I was thinking about buying it, but I'm also hesitant because of the way the dollar's been trading. If the dollar starts to move up significantly, it's going to put more pressure on oil, so I was curious for your thoughts.
Sure. No. Hey, look, that's a absolutely fantastic analysis of putting together a Gartley pattern, folks. And what we're taking a look at is a Gartley pattern needs at least a 1-to-1 A to B equals C to D. That certainly has it, as Dave pointed out. It's got a 1 to 1.618. Now, as we take a look at that C to D leg, looks really scary to me. And the reason is because price is traveling at such a rapid rate on the C to D leg compared to that A to B, that even though it's done all those things, meaning made a 1 to 1.618, but still hasn't given us a bullish sign as it made that. It did the 0.618 retracement, just as you said, off of the October 4th low, when light sweet crude was at 74.95, all the way up to the high on March the 1st when it got up to 106.55. So what I like to do in these matters here, and like anything, is go up a couple of levels. And so if we go up the next level, what I mean by that, folks, is if we're looking at a daily, then I like to go to the weekly, and then I like to go to the monthly and see if we have any kind of synergy here. And what we are taking a look at when I take a look at the weekly chart, looks to me that what light sweet crude is doing on the weekly is making an A to B equals CD down, and that would take it into that $70 range. That'll take it into the swing point area going back to October of 2011. So that X point that you're identifying actually ends up being, on the weekly basis, ends up being something that's going to be challenged, or should be challenged, on the way down on the weekly chart. If we go take a look at the monthly chart, when I take a look at the monthly, what's interesting about the patterns on the monthly chart here, as oil was making its highs back in 2008, gave a great leading indicator as the month of July was completing, because it was a bearish engulfing candle, followed up the next month with follow-through and confirmation. And oil, as you know, folks, went from $147. Remember, they were talking about, what were they talking about? Do you remember what was the highest amount that you heard, Dave, that oil was going to get up to? 200, 400?
Yeah, like 150 to 2, I think Goldman Sachs was calling for.
At least 250. They kept pushing it up there. Of course, it saw 147.27, and then from there, folks, immediately moved down. When I say immediately, did it in a period of about 6 months, all the way into January 2009, when it got down to a low of $33.20. So it made a bearish engulfing there. Well, what did oil do here most recently? If you go back to May 2011, as the markets were making its highs, it made another, on a monthly basis, bearish engulfing candle, the next month it gets confirmation. Oil moves down from that high in May of 2011, was up at the 114 level, moves down to a low into that October time frame where you started with your X point. It got down to that 74.95 area. This month here is qualifying as a bearish engulfing candle as well. And so it just, everything, to me, when I take a look at first, if I just go back and just use just simple swing point analysis, which I know you're an expert at, and if you go take a look at the month of October 2011 and you take a look at where price is trading right now, price is trading inside that swing point candle. So until oil clears 94.65, I think you have to be bearish on oil because it's trading inside that swing point. So, you know, okay. I just want to take, so when I take a look at the daily chart, if I just flip back to that daily chart just says to me, danger, Will Robinson, because that C to D leg, that price move on the C to D leg, that's pretty major right there.
And almost, well, the thing that made me hesitant about it, Steve, is it's nearly invertible.
Yes, yeah, it is.
I'm looking at it like, whoa, I don't know.
I think oil's got lower prices to come at you. Hey, Dave, have a great day. Glad you had a great weekend. I look forward to talking to you again soon. When we get back, folks, we'll go see how these markets are going to pop and whether or not they're going to drop. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals. time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
To the races. You got the Dow up 74 points. S&P's up 8. Composite up 18. Russell 2000 up 6, leading the charge at 0.8%. On the way up, you've got Apple was leading the way. Apple up $6.80 right now. You've got Interline Brands. IBI is the ticker symbol. They're up 40%. That's a whopper. I don't think they are in the Burger King business, but what are they doing here? Okay, they got a deal. Shareholder, let's see, equity firms. Okay, so they're going private, $25.50 per share. That's why they're up 40%. So hopefully you own Interline Brands out there. You've got LaCroix Corp, LCRY. They're up 54%. Let's go see what the heck is going on there. There must be some kind of takeover going on. Let's see here. To be acquired by Teledyne Technologies. So that is LCRY. That is LaCroix Corp. Trading up $5 right now, out at the $14 level, being acquired. Let's see. So what's next? You got Google up 0.8%, up $5. EOG, the ticker symbol, EOG Resources, they're up 2 5/10. Baidu, BIDU, they are up 2.5%. Walter Energy, WLT, up 4% right now, up $2.35. Borg Warner, BWA, they're up 4%. You got IBM up 1%, up $2, out at $196.47. Cliffs Natural, CLF, they are up 3 7/10%. BHP Billiton, they are up 3%. Rio Tinto, RIO, up 3%. Bed Bath & Beyond, up 2.5%. Joy Global, JOY, they're up 3% as well. And CAT, rounding things off, up 2%, up $1.79. That is what is popping, folks. Let's go take a look at what's dropping. What's dropping? Down 20%. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, VRTX. Weren't they up last week? Let's go put up that ticker symbol. It could just be a short memory or a poor memory on my part. VRTX. Let's go take a look at them. That would be good if my chart would... There we go. Oh, yes. They were... Look at that. Holy Toledo. Take a look at that chart there, folks. Let's go look at this. Vertex Pharmaceuticals. So Vertex Pharmaceuticals, my memory was pretty good. Vertex Pharmaceuticals had gapped up on May 7th. I did it with 40 million shares. Low of that gap, 51.85. It's trading out at 51.01 right now, has gapped all the way down. Too bad, not really too bad. Let's see here. The low, actually, 51.85. The high so far this morning, 51.73. Now, that is a whopper of an island, if that is, in fact, what occurs out here. Pretty amazing. Well, I'll pay attention to that. We'll follow up on that tomorrow, unless it actually trades up into that swing point. Not that swing point, but the gap up for May 7th. The low there, 51.85 is the number. If it does not trade up to 51.85 today, then you have got, because the high so far, 51.73, you have got one island reversal extraordinaire out there. That is on Vertex. Let's see, what is the news out here? So whatever the news was that made it pop is this a buying opportunity on Vertex? We'll see. So that's dropping. You got Tractor Supply, TSCO. They're down 4.5%, off $4.45. You've got, other than a bunch of pro shares, you've got TYG, Tortoise Energy. They are down a buck. Facebook on the negative side again, down 3.5%. Hopefully none of you out there are holding Facebook. They're trading out at $30 and change right now, off a buck. You've got Western Digital, WDC, down 2.25%. Seagate Technologies, STX, they are off 2.8%. And Pandora Media, P, down 5%, trading off 61 cents, out at 11.16. Again, our call number 877-927-6648. So let's go take a look at the King out here. We haven't taken a look at King Dollar. Certainly a lot of volume. By the way, inside the first 10 minutes on the ES Mini. Let's go take a look at the King, though. King Dollar, what is King Dollar doing? King Dollar trading up at 82.39. There is no back off on the King. That, of course, means that folks still don't want to hold on to euros. You can't blame them. Of course, you've got everybody in Greece taking their money out of the banks out there, placing it in other banks like internet banks or other places. So they're taking their euros so that they're going to have euros. The euro is going to keep trading no matter whether or not Greece is in that currency. And so you've got the folks in Greece, the smartest people on the planet right now. They're going to take all their euros out. Then the Greece is going to get the heck out of the euro. All of its population, or those that were smart enough, are going to have euros to actually spend. Maybe not inside Greece, but someplace else. And it's going to be incredible what actually ends up happening out there. But the King here, the King is not giving up. The King wants to actually trade up to the 1.272 expansion, just like the euro wants to trade down to the 1.27 expansion. And the expansion that I'm talking about is going from the January 13th high all the way down to the low in February of 2009. Where does that actually take us to in King Dollar? Takes us to 83.11 as its next possible level. That would be the 1.272 butterfly sell, but it's got to give you a signal once it gets up there. Once it gets up there, if it doesn't like that level and it wants to achieve, because it's got a good combination, wants to move higher, the King Dollar will move to 84.47. You're trading at 82.38, and as we know, that'll give the market conniption fit. If we go take a look at bonds, let's go see how bonds are trading out here. We've got the 20-year up on my screen right now. The 20-year trading out at 133.265. That is catapulting or trying to get above the highs that were out there from May the 23rd when it got up to 133.285. You got up over that this morning. You're trading just slightly underneath that right now. Looks like what the 20-year wants to do is 20-year wants to make the run all the way up into the 135.065 area, 134.32. Right in there, you've got a 1 to 2.618, A to B equals C to D, and you also have a 1.618 butterfly sell pattern that would occur right in that price range. Looks like that's where the 20-year wants to travel to. It's not going to do it today, but that is one of the patterns that is set up out there. Let's go take a look at the ETF indices out here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute charts, just see if we've got any kind of volume as everybody has come back from the from the holiday. And the first volume bar that's out there is on the small caps, on the IWM. So the IWM this morning gapping up with 1.8 million shares. And let's see what that is going up against. That is going to have to go back to a little bit larger time frame. The last time you had some volume out there was at 10:05 on May the 17th. That was at a high of 76.77. You're up over that number right now. Again, that had 3.2 million shares. You're up over that on lighter volume. Of course, that is the 5-minute chart. Let's go ahead and take a look at what does the daily chart. Let's see what it's doing on the daily chart out here. And the daily chart, is giving the picture. What the IWM has been trying to do is the IWM has been trying to take on the October 27th swing point. The IWM had been underneath that area, that October 27th swing point high, 76.97. If there is a bounce that's going to go, it's going to be underway here, folks, and it is just nothing more than a bounce as we speak. What you're going to be looking for, if you are playing that bounce, you want to see the small caps, now that it's gotten up and over October 27th, you want to see it close above 7697. You're trading out at 77.26 right now. Volume-wise, that swing point has 129 million shares. The IWM has not even been close to that type of volume since that day, since October 27th, 2011. So you'll want to watch the IWM. I think the IWM will be giving you the first clue, the first signal when you take a look at the ETF structure out there as to what extent, if any, bounce that we will see in the marketplace out here. Of course, you can see you had the volume right from the get-go. You have not had that volume in the last two 5-minute time frame bars. Let's go take a look at the Qs out there, because the Qs have been Mrs. Weakness. And the Qs popping up this morning, getting up with 1.6 million shares up to the price point of 62.65. All that that's doing is making on the 5-minute chart a 100% move coming back into the 9:35 a.m. time frame on May the 24th. That volume was 1.1 million shares when you gapped up this morning. You did it with 1.6 million shares. Still couldn't get up. That area is trying to be attacked right now. The swing point actually, let's see here, 62.71. 62.71. So you go with the one that's got the highest volume. That and what I'm talking about is either 9:35 or 3:45 in the afternoon. 3:45. That's the 3:45 one that has 1.5 million shares. It's trading up inside that swing point. The low there is 62.53. So the battle is on inside the Qs. That is all about Apple. That's got $6 worth of energy inside the Qs right now. It's really $6 with inside Apple, but let's go take a look at the diamonds and the SPYs just to round things out here. So on the diamonds, if we take a look at the diamond chart, the diamond gaps up this morning, does it with 156,000 shares. You're up over that area with 88,000 shares right now, and still having at least a, no, looks like that ended. So that time frame ended here. So let's go take a look at the diamonds here. Let's see, is there an AB equals CD up? Perhaps that we have underway inside the diamonds. You take a look at the swing point on the 5-minute chart at 11:20 a.m. Swing point high 125.16. So let's go take a look at the measurement of that, because these work the same on all time frames, on all charts. And so if we take a look at the swing point high there, as the diamonds got up over that area, it has not done it with volume. It got into that area with volume that was on the open, but still closed lower. Diamonds is trying to make an A to B equals CD up on the 5-minute chart. That would take you into the price point here. Let's go take a look at it. Take you into the price point of 126.33. You're trading out right now 125.50. Let's go take a look at the SPYs now. Can't leave anything untouched out here. SPYs trading out at 133.43. SPYs up making, let's say the SPYs, what are they doing here? Let's go take a look at the ABC pattern. That would be out there. And ABC patterns, folks, are something that you absolutely want to understand. Of course, folks, you know, the universe is always providing you with opportunities. And you've got another opportunity to add to your toolkit. And that is this coming next Friday, June the 6th. It's an entire day, one-day workshop with our man Basil Chapman. You go to the homepage at tfnn.com. You can sign up by Thursday night and get the early bird special, and that's the way to do it. The SPYs trying to make an A to B equals CD. That would take you up to 134.27. Let's take a look at the B point out there. See how that B point was obviously attacked with a gap up. That is important to understand, even if you don't have volume out there. And if we take a look at the volume configuration, make it the easy one for it to attack, and it has done that. So you do have a confirmed A to B equals CD on the SPYs on the 5-minute chart. Again, trading out right now 133.29, wants to get up to 134.27. So let's go take a look at what's going on inside these ETFs. Let's go take a look at the daily charts out there. Again, we showed the IWM trading out at 77.18 right now. You would think that this thing would be catapulting up, but it is not. Let's go take a look at the Qs, see where the Qs are trading here. The Qs really trying to get up into March 6th. Now, the March 6th low, folks, is on the Qs, happens to be 63.23. You're well below that now, 62.48, so it needs another buck out there. The Qs you can see, though, having been well above the October 27th area. So even though it has been the weak link on the way down, still relatively strong when you take a look at the small caps. If we go take a look at the diamonds on the daily chart, diamonds on the daily chart trying to do the same thing, which is get up to March the 6th. The black line here happens to be the October 27th area. So the SPYs, or the diamonds, we're looking at the diamonds. The diamonds make it almost all the way down. The high of October 27th was 122.58. Diamonds got down to a low of 122.82. Was coming down with 8.5 million shares. That 8.5 million shares going into 12.8 million shares. You know, now, again, nothing more than just really a little bit of a sideways move. Not much has changed out there, and everybody being gun-shy of the euro, and with all types of good reason. If we take a look at the SPYs trying to get into March 6th. So now it looks like, and they're not too far away. March 6th low, 134.36. They're trading at 133.25. Looks like the SPYs and the small caps are going to be the two that are going to give us the clue. So if we're hunting for treasures, if we're looking for information, if this is this national treasure or Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, those are the two charts that I would be paying attention to today. Never take your eye off that euro, though, folks. 877-927-6648. We got the Dow up 104, S&P's up 10, Composite up 19. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. Let you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. 877-927-6648. Going to be an interesting day in the markets for sure. Why do I say that? Because they being those euro sellers, are hammering away at the hammer candle from 8:30 in the evening on May the 28th during the last session as the market was opening. They were pounding the euro down again, got into the hammer. The price point there runs from the low of 1.25088 all the way up to 1.25206. Trading out right now at 1.25303, but the euro has got some major problems out there. That's nothing new to your right, so be careful with regard to this pop-up here. Hopefully it pops a little bit higher just to give some better entry points in short positions out there. But that is the way that you ought to be looking at things, at least in my opinion. Let's go take a look at the gold contract out there. Gold trading out at 1577 right now. Gold having, attacked the lows a couple of times here. You went back to September 26 low is what I'm referring to when gold was down at 1535. Had volume down there, 359,000 contracts. That was tested in December 2011. Then was tested here not too long ago, May 16th. Got down to a price point of 1526. Gold then traded down there on the 23rd. Got down to a low of 1532.80. And gold just really trading sideways right now. Now, gold is in a long-term confirmed bearish. I did say that, folks. A long-term bearish chart pattern. You have the death cross out there, that death cross occurring, sometime right around May the 14th. That's something that you need to absolutely be aware of. Of course, we know by taking a look at the gold chart on the weekly basis that we saw that coming as gold was breaking through the uptrend that went all the way back, the trend line, all the way back from October 24th lows when you had gold trading out at 681. It broke through that trend line. It did that the week of May the 11th, 2012. And, gold could go back and at least test the top of that trend line, but it's struggling to be able to do that. I think before it does that, it wants to get down and test the 1526.70 area. It did not get all the way down there. Last week it got down to 1532.80. If we take a look at silver, let's go to high-ho silver out there. Silver trading out at up 11 pennies, up at 28.50. And really you have the same pattern out here. If I go ahead and put silver's been in a longer term bearish pattern. If you take a look at the death cross, let's go ahead and put that up here on the screen. And let's make sure we got the 50, and there we go. We got the 50 and the 200. If we take a look at that, you had the death cross on silver when silver got up to a price point of, was November 16, 2011, at their 34.63 cent level. It's trading out at 28.48 right now. So silver in a longer-term bearish mode right now. And you can say, well, why? Does that even make sense out there? Does that make sense with everything going on in Europe? Well, what it makes sense with is that you've got gold and silver priced in dollars. You've got oil priced in dollars, as we were taking a look at during that first and second segment with Dave. Take a look at the monthly chart out here. And so it does make sense. And what that says the King dollar wants to trade higher. Even though it made the 1 to 1.272, A to B equals C to D, folks, King dollar does not want to let up off the gas. And that's all because of the Queen. Folks, thanks so much for being here. Remember, you're just probably just one number away from unlocking your combination. That means one great idea, and for you, it's just around the corner. Thanks for being here. Stay tuned. Tom and I will be up next. If you're off to the start of your day, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day, folks.
Look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Great Basin